Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm Becky. Today I'm going to do a full face of makeup you can find at the drugstore, or if you're English, places like Superdrug and Boots. So I bought most of the stuff I'm going to wear today I bought from Superdrug the other day. Shout out to my best friend and sister Kristen, who was the one to say to do this video. I can't believe I didn't think of it sooner. So yeah, let's dive in. And some of the stuff I already had and I either use it now or I don't really use it that much. I'm not going to use it in this video, but I did buy 3 beautiful nail varnishes from Barry M, the Under the Sea range, because everything was 3 for 2. And the nail varnishes are so pretty, even though we're acrylics on my fingers. Let's see if I can hold all 3. But I will use these on my feet and possibly force Tom to have them on his feet. So this one is Jellyfish. There's a purple, I think it's iridescent, rather, maybe you could call it a holographic, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's got like green and lilac shades, very pretty. And then obligatory blue mermaidy colour called Electric Eel. And the third one is corally pink called Coral Reef. So yeah, that's those. Let's pop them out of the way. So the primer I'm going to use is one that I've stopped using, probably because it mattifies, and I find if I use mattifying primer, despite my face being oily, if I use a mattifying primer then I end up looking cakey. So this is the Rimmel Fix and Perfect number 2 primer, multi-action. It's like 5 in 1. Smooths, resurfaces, brightens, mattifies and protects. Does it have SPF in it? Nope. It doesn't say anything about SPF, so I don't know what it's protecting from. Alright. Squeeze that on. I have this weird thing about doing my primer with like one hand, as if my left hand doesn't work or something. So, thought I'll make sure I use both hands. Obviously it applies a lot quicker. Using mostly natural light, but as you know, natural light can be what's the word, you can't really rely on it because sometimes it gets cloudier than others. So yeah, whatever the word is for that, that's what I meant. Alright, that's all rubbed in nicely. Put it down my neck tool. Gone back to my classic old favourite cat ears, which have gold butterflies on. And a little bit of the primer just came out of the tube. Right, so bang, that's one done. Chuck that on the floor. I'm going to do my eyeshadow first, as usual. Now I bought 2 eyeshadow palettes because why not? I think I've seen this one in there before, but I saw like, I think 3 reviews. I think 2 are positive, 1 was negative, but the palette didn't really appeal to me that much. But how pretty is this packaging? This is, as you can see, the Revolution X Imogenation by Imogen somebody. I'll work out who this Imogen is and I'll put the link below. It's just called the eyeshadow palette, Imogenation. Nice play on words there. Ooh, the plastic thing is coming off, and for a second I thought there was a crack in the mirror. I was going to be loud. Yeah, I think I've got my receipt here. I think this was £10. I hate when they use like, you know, really short letters so you can't work out what's what. I got quite a few Revolution things actually. Oh, there it is. No, this was a £5. Really? Was this only £5? Even better. So yeah, you can see this. This is the colours. Come nice and close. I'm not going to swatch it, otherwise this will be a super long video. I was really looking for something with like vibrant oranges and just vibrant colours in general. I did swatches and saw and looked beautiful. So, but maybe I'll do like a subtle look today, because the last one's quite vibrant. Okay. But I think I'm going to use the Imogenation palette today. So let's get that one out of the way. Clear as much base as possible. I'm even making sure I use my Drugstore beauty primer, beauty blender, which is the Real Techniques one. So yeah, we're going for something soft but probably glowy, because obviously I'm all about that glow life. I don't know why I just closed this palette when I plan to use it, but anyway. So I'm going to prep my eyelids with the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. Come on. Focus. Focus. Or not. Come on, you bastard. Focus. Oh yeah, hopefully you know what it looks like. I'm going to be here forever waiting for that. I've never actually bothered using this, because this one and the foundation, which I'm going to use it later, it's full coverage. I found it really hard to find my colour match, and like in stores the testers always look absolutely terrible. And I was trying this the other day, I could not find the tester in my colour, so if it's not the right colour, oh sorry, itchy eye, I do have, it might be too dark for me, I do have the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in white to lighten it, and if it's too dark I have the E.L.F one in bronze, so we'll see how it turns out. Oh, my hands are all like slippery from the primer. Colour is kind of dark actually. The number is C10.5. It's like all I could do is really look at the bottle and see the colour, and in store this looked like a bit lighter than it is. I always think I'm darker than I am. That's just wishful thinking. Yeah, you can see like this is super bronze and I am not this dark. But it'll work for this. The foundation is even darker, so like I'm very certain it's going to be too dark for me. And I have been mixing a little self tanner in my night cream, because like it's sunny right now, but like over the last few days it has been very rainy. Yeah, that blended in nicely. Nothing else to say really. So eyeshadow brushes, which are also clean. Gonna go in with, I'm gonna go in with this nice transition shade called OK. There, it's got several Ks. I'm really scared I'm gonna drop this palette because my hands are so slippy. Now that that's done, go in with I think I'll use a crease brush. And I'm going to use the colour Imagine. Look, there's like no fallout, but just a little bit kicked back on the palette. This colour Imagine here. So, like I said, I'm scared I'm going to drop it, so that's trying to use my little finger. This one here. Actually, I think I'll use a different brush. I have this idea in my head of how I'm going to do the makeup. So I'm just taking a Real Technique smudge brush. And then I'm going to do it like that. And then come across like this. So I saw somebody do this V shape, and it went like really well. I'm pretty sure I'm not doing that properly. Let me just stick to what I know before I make a mess of this. Just blend that all in. That is a little bit patchy, like the concentration of the colour went there, down there. Because that's where I touched my eyes first. A crease brush, go back into that colour, darken up my crease, try to even that out. I saw Tati do a review of this palette, and it didn't work for her. She explained that, you know, she wasn't knocking the palette. This is ages ago when this first came out. But just for whatever reason that I forget, like, it just didn't work for her, and she got so much hate. But I'd have to worry about that because only a handful of people watch these videos. And so far I haven't got any nasty comments. This is meant to be like, oh, a soft day look. It's getting a bit harsher than stronger than I anticipated. That's what happens when you want to darken your crease though. That is not patchy anymore, which is good. Just use a clean brush to really soften that out. I think I'm missing a little pigment there. I really have no idea what I'm planning to do, so. I'm not going to do a cut crease. Like, I really want to use the colour Butterfly, which is a very light shimmery blue that you can see at the top. But if it's supposed to be simple and subtle, I'm going to use Forever Friend, which is the pink at the top. Let's get, this is a Studio London brush, which I think is Superdrug's own brand. Let's get this Forever Friend pink. Yeah, that's a nice shimmer. I mean, already I think this palette is nothing to shout about. So I think people that got really defensive about it was maybe because they like the girl so much. But yeah, this colour as well is nothing to shout about. It's very subtle, very simple. Making me realise how boring a subtle look is. Not for me. Oh, that's actually more intense using my finger. unsurprisingly. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just popping this kind of almost all over the mobile lid. Blending it in a bit, mixing it into the crease line. Butter shimmer. Not terrible. Maybe when like the whole look's finished, it will like, you know, pull it all together a bit more and it'll look nicer. So I'm gonna take that Imagine shade and just pop it under my eye, along my lash line even. And then I'll stop because I remembered like after last time the concealer's gonna get rid of that anyway, probably. I'll come back to the eye look, I think. Part of me wants to like darken up the crease and stuff a bit more, but it's supposed to be soft and subtle, which is everything I'm not, because I'm a loud mouth as well. Whew, I'm hot. Some water. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Let me just do the other eye off camera. Okay, I'm back again. So now I'm gonna go into the rest of my face. Yeah. So primer's already done. But you know I'm gonna use on top actually a L'Oreal Illuminizing primer, the one that makes my face look super metallic. I haven't used this for ages, but this time instead of using it all over, so I got one hair there, it's on my nose, I'm just going to use it on like where I put highlighter. Find the top of my cheekbones. Woo. That's a lot. That's bright. Very pinky and silver. So smear that all over. On my chin. Down the old nose. I'm not going to put it under my brows because, on the high point of my brow, because I don't want to risk smudging the rest of the makeup. Look at the viewfinder, I look so daft. Rub the rest of that on the back of my hand. And I was going to pat that in with the side of my sponge. I can't remember if this even made me look glowy. I think it did. I remember it just made it a little bit harder to put foundation on because you had to try and hide that a metallic look. I'm also going to put some corrector on there with the LA Girl Pro Conceal peach one that I use. I think this is sold in Superdrug or Boots as well, but I'm not 100% sure. Like I said before, which you may or may not remember, I got this in a hair store I get my African hair products from. I'm sure I've seen this in somewhere like, you know, Boots or Superdrug before, as I said. Gonna very gently pat that down as well. For the first time in ages I used glycolic acid cream there. I didn't burn, so you know, that's good. But I'm gonna leave it, like, just do it once a week, maybe twice, but I'm gonna leave it for a few days, definitely. And this is not Drugstore, but this is something I bought recently, which I've used it once. I'm gonna use it again now on top of the corrector. See if I can hide that. This is that Dermacol makeup cover, the one that covers tattoos. Never used this before recently, and I've always wanted to get my hands on it. This is the official one that they sell on Amazon. I think I didn't get it before because I thought it was only sold in America or something, I forget. This is so full coverage and is not too far from my colour if I didn't have a bit of self tanner on. I'm just patting that lightly over where I need it correcting. I used this the other day actually. I forgot to put the lid on like immediately and a blob popped out, so I ended up mixing it with my foundation. And Okay, so here's a finished look. As you can see, I've decided to put on a wig. This is a new one I've got from Lush Wigs. It came in, they were doing a lucky dip, so I got this for £9.99. It's, as you can see, very brown, but with like some red through it. I didn't get to choose the colour, I just put, you know, wanted a natural one, and I got a bright one, which is like super vibrant red as well. And but yeah, I thought this would, so I just had to clear some space on the memory card. But yeah, so I thought this wig would help with the whole sort of more natural look. Not very good with fringes. I do need to, you know, play around with styling it more. Maybe I should stop while I'm ahead. Well, I'm not ahead. But like, the downside is that it makes me feel like 10 times hotter than I did before putting the wig on. The fringe starts from like all the way back there as well. So let me just clear my face, then stop faffing with it. Right, so ignore how bad the wig looks. The lips are very bright, so I did a lot of camera. I put on Maybelline Superstay 24 Colour. This is a new one I bought the other day in Perpetual Rose. I do have this in red. This is the one that has a lip balm on one side and the liquid lip on the other. I think I do have a shade of pink in it, but I couldn't remember when I was buying it, so I just thought, buy another one. It's cheap, it's Maybelline, I'm gonna wear it a lot, so. Yeah, and I put on this dark wine coloured top because I felt it goes with the whole look. What else did I put on? I used the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter in Molten Bronze. It's a metallic highlighter. And I had this for a long time and I couldn't really get it to come up really brightly, so I just tried it with both my damp beauty blender and a wet brush and still didn't like it. I think just the bronze with this pink, my pink cheeks, I don't think it works very well. So I just put a Wet n Wild highlighter on it. So yeah, that's this Molten shade. The Wet n Wild highlighter is the Mega Glow highlighting powder, which I've used a lot in Blossom Glow. Shows up much more. I think it's focusing a bit. It's a very pale pink. Lots of luminescence. I put that straight over. You can see there, that's blinding. I put lashes on, as you can see as well. I used first the mascara, the L'Oreal Paradise Extatic in black, and this is waterproof. I haven't found the normal version of this to be that impressive, that's why I don't really wear it. But I thought, you know, maybe the waterproof one's a little different. I thought with my, sorry for the fuzziness there, with the Marc Jacobs, if I use the Marc Jacobs primer, maybe, you know, the lashes with mascara would look a lot better. I'm trying to find like the most flattering way to wear this wig while I've got it on. It's not going very well. I can just see my double chin, which is annoying. I think this lipstick is making my teeth look whiter. So the lashes I used is Superdrug own brand. They're £1. They're like reduced to clear. The number is 407 Extreme Volume Fashion Lashes. This is the 301, but like they look kind of like that in the pack. Cheap and cheerful. It doesn't come with glue, which I didn't realise, but I had that black lash glue, which I hate using. They're not like perfectly placed, but it's pretty good. I use that light blue shade in the corners of my eyes, but it doesn't come up blue, which is weird. I have to see what it's like going over, like if I do it over my whole lid. That better come up really blue. That's from the Imogenation palette. If it doesn't come up really vibrant, I'm going to be annoyed. Oh yeah, this wig comes, the curls come down to sit on the boob. I didn't use any satin spray because I don't want to get any spray on the wig yet. But if I did, I would just use that Maybelline Lasting Fix. And I believe that is everything. This is kind of like maybe more like a natural glam look, you could call it. It's not like no makeup, but that wasn't really what I was intending for. It was just meant to be like a bit more toned down. But with this wig, if the wig was like had the correct placement, this would be like go from 0 to 100. So yeah. Anyway, please let me know what you think. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Probably no one will thumbs it up or comment, but you gotta ask anyway. And look for some stills on my Instagram, the link will be included below. And that's me done for now. See you later.